made this video to help my students who usually pursue bachelor's degree. Therefore, this video is produced and intended for an EAP course. So whoever is watching this video lesson, please consider the fact I have just mentioned while judging. Also, this video is not a replacement for a standard class lecture. It is only to assist our teaching learning process. So chill out. Enjoy. Also, I would like to mention the fact that this video is completely unscripted, so if you get any unwanted or disturbing interruptions, please tolerate that. I have divided this video into two parts. First, there will be a brief discussion on parts of speech, and then we will talk about two websites that will come handy. That you will find useful. Since I want my students to get as much exposure to English as possible, I will intentionally keep this video completely in English, and I will also try my best to keep it as simple as possible. If at any point you find any difficulty or you face any trouble, you can always get back to me and solve your problem. So I believe parts of speech, it has been years since we were first introduced to this topic. Probably we have started studying parts of speech since class 4 or class 5, though it was included in our syllabus at a very early period. It is still important when we are in our higher studies, because especially for English, understanding parts of speech is really important. When we come across or when we study the other rules of grammar, we refer to parts of speech, and in that case, if we do not have a clear concept about parts of speech, it becomes a problem. For example, we all know that if a sentence is in present indefinite tense and the subject is in third person singular number, then the verb will take an additional s or es after that. So while discussing this rule, if we get confused about verb, or if we are not able to identify verb in the sentence, the whole point of learning that rule or explaining that rule will bring no good. Even memorizing that rule will not help us when we are using the language. So for this video, we will not discuss parts of speech in detail, rather we will keep it really brief. Especially I will keep it within this table. Let's get a closer look. Alright, so there we have verb, and verb is usually functions as an action, or it declares some kind of state. For example, Google is a popular search engine. I like your new backpack. So here is and like, these are verbs. Next step, noun. So noun means noun is used to express or to identify or to point out a thing or person, like pen, dog, Shumon, Jamal, John, teacher, town, Dhaka, London, all these things. These are names of places, people, and different things. This is my new friend. He lives in my village. We live in Ashkurpur. So friend, village, Ashkurpur, these are the nouns here. Adjective. So what does adjective do? They describe a noun, like good, big, red, well, interesting. My plants are big. I like these new books. So here new is an adjective, and it says that it should describe the noun, and here the noun is books. So adjective new is actually describing the noun books, that these books are not old, rather they are new. Then comes determiner. Well, some people consider determiner type of parts of speech, but technically these are mostly adjectives. They limits or determines a noun. So if we take a look at the example, it will become clearer. I have 2 pet birds and some rabbits. So what is this adjective to determining here? It is saying that I have birds and I have 2 birds. It is also limiting the number, limiting the amount of pet birds I have. Then comes adverb. See, adverb. So it ends with the part verb. So it's easy to remember that it has something to do with verb. Actually, it describes a verb, adjective or adverb. So we see that this part of speech is really powerful. It can describe a verb, it can also describe an adjective, and it can also describe another adverb in a sentence. If we take a look at the examples, we will see. My rabbits eat quickly. So functionally it should describe the verb, and the verb here is eat, and quickly being an adverb here is describing the verb eat. So the rabbit is eating, and how is it eating? It is eating quickly. This is how this adverb is describing the verb. Again, when he is very hungry, he eats really quickly. You see, quickly, we have seen that it's an adverb, but before that we get another word, really. So quickly is describing eats, and really is emphasizing the word quickly. So really is actually describing the adverb quickly, and this is how an adverb can describe another adverb in the sentence. Then comes pronoun. It simply replaces a noun. That means in place of a noun we can use pronoun, but in most of the cases first we need to introduce the noun and then we can replace it with a pronoun. Let's take a look at the examples. Tara is an Indian. She is intelligent. So you see here she is the pronoun. Now if we start our sentence with she, like she is intelligent, and if it is a paragraph, we will not be able to express the identity of she. Even the reader might get confused about the identity of this pronoun. This is why in the first sentence we have introduced the noun Tara, and then we have used the pronoun she. Also, Tara has a brother. They both go to the same school. Should have used a full stop here. Period is missing. Okay, so she, they, these are pronouns. Remember, We use them in place of noun. Then comes preposition. They usually link a noun to another word. For example, we went to school on Monday. The notice was sent from the court. Here, to and from are prepositions. Conjunction. These are mostly connectors, so the purpose of conjunction is to connect. And what do they connect? They connect clauses, and they may connect sentences. I mean, they can connect ideas that are expressed in different sentences. Even they can be connected by using different types of conjunctions. And they can also connect verbs. Let's take a look at the examples. I will help you if you do not tell anyone. So here we have the conjunction if, and being in conjunction, it is connecting two clauses. I will help you is the principal clause, and if you do not tell anyone is the subordinate clause. So here if as a conjunction is connecting to different clauses. All you need is a computer and internet connection. So computer and internet connection. It is connecting a word computer and a phrase internet connection. So all you need to remember is conjunction is used to connect different parts of sentences, or even it can connect different sentences. However, interjection, it says that short exclamation sometimes inserted into sentence. So we insert exclamations by using interjections. So when we basically express our emotions, we use interjections. For example, oh, ouch, hi, well. These are interjections. Clearly, they play the role of expressing our feelings or sudden emotions. Ouch, that hurts. So, ouch is somehow related to the feeling of getting hurt. Hi, how are you? Well, see, hi, then well, I do not know, hi, well, ouch. So these are somehow expressing our feeling or emotion. Thereby, they are known as interjections. We will also take a quick tour of this table. Here, we are getting a bunch of examples. Let me enlarge. So, there can be a stand-alone verb like stop. So probably this is an imperative. An imperative sentence usually forms some kind of order or request. So here the word stop is probably an order or request from someone. So this one single word can form a sentence, and it's a verb. Then there can be noun and verb, like Johnny works. There can be noun, verb, and verb. In that case, a verb will be auxiliary, like Jobba is working. Then we can also get pronoun, verb, and noun, like she loves animals. We can also get noun, verb, again noun, and adverb. For example, Tara speaks English well. We can get noun, verb, adjective, and noun. Tara speaks good English. Then there can be this case where we will get pronoun, verb, preposition, determiner, noun, and adverb. She ran to the station quickly. Let's take a look at the next one. we can get pronoun, verb, adjective, noun, conjunction, again pronoun, and then verb, and then pronoun, like a sentence. She likes big dolls, but I hate them. Good to know. Well, then there is another sentence where we will find all the 8 parts of speeches. Like it will start with an interjection, then pronoun, then conjunction, then determiner, then adjective, noun, verb, preposition, noun, and then adverb. Like, well, she and my young sister walk to school regularly. Well, these structures or table might not help you form sentences pretty well, but I would like to draw your attention to one fact, that there are different combinations of parts of speeches here, but you will always find a verb there. See, even when a sentence contains only one word, that is a verb. You will find no sentence without a verb. So whenever you are confused about parts of speeches, you can take a quick look at this table, and you can revise them, and gradually you will master parts of speeches. At least you will be able to identify the parts of speeches in sentences, and you will consciously be able to use words knowing which parts of speech they are. Let's move on to the second part of the video, where I am going to discuss 2 websites. The first one is lexico.com. This is actually a website that we can use as a dictionary. So let's get our browser and visit lexico.com. Well, I'm already in the site. So if you come to the home page, you will possibly get something like this. The reason why I am introducing this website is because you will find it quite useful, especially in your academic years, also in your professional life, because this dictionary, we can of course look into words and look for meaning of the words that we do not know, as well as we can also look for their identity, the parts of speech. So let's dive in and use it. Here we have found an article, and from here we will pick random words. Let's see what it says. It says, this is a dynamic list and may never be able to satisfy particular standards for completeness. Okay, this line quite sounds like life. It never feels complete. Okay, so let's pick this word, able. Copy it and put it in the search bar for the website and see. So if you look carefully, you will see that there's an orange tag that says adjective. Of course, there's the meaning of the word. You will find the meaning of the word here, but the orange tag, that will tell you the parts of the speech of the word you are looking for. So able here is an adjective. So in this way, using this website, you can not only know the meanings of the unknown words, you can also check if you can properly identify the parts of the speech of that word. During our course, we will be using this website quite a few times, so you better get used to it and take benefit from it. Now, after lexico.com, I will move on to our second website. Now, the second website is almost like a genie that you can summon by rubbing your keypad or your keyboard. If you rub your keyboard, it will appear in front of you, and even better, that genie fulfills more than 3 wishes. Yes, I am talking about translate.google.com, also known as Google Translator. So why I was saying this was a genie that fulfills wishes? Because I have seen people using it in that way. They use Google Lens or take a picture of their document and upload it to Google Translator and get the whole thing translated. Now, my suggestion to you is do not do that. Do not go for a full length sentence translation. This website is also useful. Oh, by the way, probably they have, not probably, I'm quite sure, they have an Android application that you can find in Google Play Store. But here, when we are on laptop or using computer, we will use the website. So my suggestion is use it if you need to translate only a word or a phrase, or simply if you're looking for Bangla expression for a word, or English expression for certain Bangla word or phrase. Actually, Google Translator is not bad, it is good, but it is some kind of artificial intelligence, and it is still not properly optimized for full-length sentence translation or translating a whole paragraph. I think it does a great job for what it is, but if you depend on it to translate the whole paragraph or full-length sentence, you might not get what you expect. So use Google Translator as a useful tool, but don't spoil yourself and do not make it a bad habit. So let's get a quick tour of the website, and we'll also have to finish the video. So here we are in our browser. So we're going to visit translate.google.com. Now see, there are two sides. There's a space in the left and there's a space in the right. Now you will use this space for input. That means you will write something here and you will get your result, I mean get whatever you have written here translated in this part. But again, I am reminding you, I am warning you, do not depend on Google Translator way too much. So with this, I would like to conclude this video, but as an end note, I would like to say that if you are watching and if you are one of my students, if you are finding this video a little bit complicated because the narration is in English, I would request you not to get discouraged. You may have some difficulty, you might face some difficulty to understand it at a single try. If you are not getting something or if you're not understanding everything properly, I will suggest to you that you watch it multiple times, 2, 3, 5 times, as much time as you need. And also you can get to me with any problem that you are facing. So stay safe, take care, and goodbye.